If in the West or elsewhere, small countries without resources have paved county roads, there is no reason why in Burkina Faso we cannot pave our roads, especially since we have all the resources on site. This is massive. So I officially hand you the keys to the first batch of equipment for the initiative. What I expect is speed, ingenuity, efficiency, patriotism, and a lot of rigor in management for the happiness of the Burkinabe people. All the best of luck. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Welcome back again. I am the African Streamline, and as we say always here, that we only have one president in Africa, the president of Africa, that is King Ibrahim Traore. What makes him so exceptional? What makes him outstanding? The only thing that makes him different, exceptional, outstanding, distinct is the fact that he is doing things that other leaders, other politicians cannot be able to do. Because I came to realize this one man, anytime he wakes up, he thinks about working and he thinks about the people of Burkina Faso. He thinks about what am I going to do today to improve the lives of people, or rather to change some things that my people are going through. He doesn't want to see, or rather to maybe to come across issues that are making his people go through tough times. He is really concerned about the people he is leading. He is really concerned about the lives of his people. In this video that I want you to watch, he is working so hard to make sure he is improving the infrastructure of the nation. Okay? Whenever I see things like this happening, I become so very happy sometimes, because I know this is a man who is going to transform Africa. And he says that revolution does not come easily. He knows very well, if we are poor, we might not be able to revolve Africa. We might not be able to liberate ourselves. But we can only do that if we are stable. These Western countries and the imperialists, they really take advantage of us and sitting on our heads so much, because they know we have nothing we can actually show out. They know we are struggling ourselves, even when it comes to issues concerning infrastructure, development and all that, we are still behind. And that is why some countries and some other leaders are being manipulated very easily, because they are being told, we shall give you this, we shall give you that, we shall give you this. And at the end of the day, they are not given anything. They are too corrupt to an extent, even if they are given something that they have been promised to be given, at the end of the day, what do they still do? They still put it into their pockets. So that shows greediness and corruption and all that. And at the end of the day, the people who suffer the most are the people of Africa. The citizens, the common citizens, the people who are suffering so much. But when it comes to Ibrahim Traore, he is so outstanding. He is distinct. Even by how he is doing things, by how he is making decisions, he is very, very, very different. Right now, he has focused on building the country so much. I want you to watch this video, how he is delivering and how he is promising and giving things to people, especially farmers and many other people. He is working on the infrastructure of the country so much. He is giving out money to make sure the country must advance, because he knows poverty will kill. But when they are not poor, when they can be able to stand by themselves, they can be able to defeat and to overcome a lot of things. Without further ado, let's get after this video.
If in the West or elsewhere, small countries without resources have paved county roads, there is no reason why in Burkina Faso we cannot pave our roads, especially since we have all the resources on site. This is massive. It is safe to say that Burkina Faso, under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traore, isn't just hoping for a better future, but actively building it, step by step. In a move that echoes the very heartbeat of development, President Ibrahim Traore is handing over not just machines, but the keys to a brighter future for Burkina Faso. So I officially hand you the keys to the first batch of equipment for the initiative. What I expect is speed, ingenuity, efficiency, patriotism, and a lot of rigor in management for the happiness of the Burkinabe people. all the best of luck. Thank you, Your Excellency. The sheer scale of the Faso Mibo presidential initiative, marked by the delivery of over 900 engines, speaks volumes about the president's unwavering commitment to transforming his nation. Unlike other African countries, this isn't merely about constructing roads. It's about building bridges to opportunity, connecting communities, and accelerating Burkina Faso's journey towards prosperity. This monumental gesture signifies a major leap forward in the country's infrastructure development. The delivery included over 900 heavy-duty machines, comprising 4x4 pickup vehicles, recycling machines, bulldozers, hydraulic excavators, loader excavators, levelers, concrete tanks, crane trucks, dump trucks, tank doors, workshop trucks, compactor engines, and mobile projectors. The process of revolutionizing our infrastructure that has begun is what led to the creation of this initiative. If in the West or elsewhere, small countries without resources have paved county roads, there is no reason why in Burkina Faso we cannot pave our roads, especially since we have all the resources on site. That is why we decided to create the initiative to move very quickly to build our roads, our highways as well, and to connect our different cities. Because in what we are currently experiencing, the soldiers, the fighters on the ground, need roads more than ever. You could ask them, their priority right now is the road, and it contributes greatly to the reconquest of the territory by more than 50%, I would say. So, to support them as well, we need to build many roads to allow them to carry out their mission with audacity and boldness, and so that we can support this reconquest. And in addition to that, whether it's our producers, our transporters, our traders, everyone needs roads. And this initiative's mission is to accomplish that. It's a vast program. This is only a fifth, I would say, of the equipment expected in the first phase, which is an investment of about 200 billion. And the second phase will follow, which will be the paving part, and the pace will depend on what the people have wished, because very soon we will give them a progress report. The objective is to pave between 3,000 and 5,000 kilometers in Burkina Faso each year, and I hope that we can start the work very soon for the happiness of the Burkinabe people. So, that's what brought us here, and there will be a final phase that will greatly involve the populations. And for this phase, we expect that people will really support all those who work within the initiative so that we can move quickly and well and really take care of our roads. The sheer scale of this initiative reflects the government's unwavering dedication to modernizing Burkina Faso's roadways and ensuring sustainable development. President Traore, who personally inspected the newly acquired machinery, emphasized that this is only the beginning of a larger transformation. With a total investment of approximately 200 billion CFA francs, this initiative is set to reshape Burkina Faso's landscape, making transportation more efficient and accessible for all citizens. One of the key objectives of the Faso Mibo presidential initiative is to pave between 3,000 and 5,000 kilometers of roads annually. The ambitious nature of this plan demonstrates the government's determination to provide a robust road network that connects cities and villages, facilitating trade, commerce, and national unity. President Traore highlighted the importance of well-maintained roads for Burkina Faso's security forces, who continue to safeguard the country's territorial integrity. An improved road network will enhance mobility and enable the armed forces to respond swiftly to threats. Additionally, this initiative will greatly benefit farmers, traders, and transporters, ensuring they can move goods efficiently and contribute to economic growth. Adopted by the Council of Ministers in October 2024, the Faso Mibo presidential initiative is housed within the Burkina National Office for Major Projects. Receiving the keys to this impressive collection of equipment from His Excellency fills us with immense pride and honor. We're truly grateful to be entrusted with this responsibility. At the same time, we know it's a challenge. His Excellency has been clear. He wants us to demonstrate speed, ingenuity, and rigor. So for us, the mission is already very clear. This equipment must be deployed as quickly as possible to start road construction for the happiness of our populations. The Burkinabe people can count, of course, on the presidential initiative. This initiative is only the realization of the very clear, undeniable vision of seeking happiness for the people of Burkina Faso, the vision of President Ibrahim Traore. So, Faso Mibo will start very quickly for the happiness of this population. It's essentially to compact after the forests. We have a sample of 60 HES canals, in reality we have. Its core mission is to accelerate the de-enclavement of cities and villages through road construction and sustainable urban development. By prioritizing infrastructure, President Traore is laying the foundation for a more connected and prosperous Burkina Faso. Roads are not just paths. They are the arteries of the economy, linking rural communities to urban centers, boosting local businesses, and fostering social cohesion. His vision ensures that no region is left behind in the country's march toward progress. The efforts of President Ibrahim Traore go beyond mere promises. He has taken tangible steps to address one of Burkina Faso's most pressing needs: infrastructure development. His leadership embodies action, efficiency, and an unwavering commitment to his people. By equipping the nation with the tools needed for transformation, he is inspiring a new wave of hope and optimism among citizens. As the Faso Mibo presidential initiative moves into its implementation phase, the people of Burkina Faso can look forward to a future where modern roads connect communities, facilitate commerce, and enhance national security. President Ibrahim Traore has not only set a bold vision, but is actively realizing it. His dedication to Burkina Faso's development stands as a beacon of progress, demonstrating that with strong leadership and strategic planning, a nation can rise to new heights.
All right, welcome back again. Now, I want us to touch some issues, and I want us to talk about some 1, 2, 3 things, because you see, for quite some time, and I say this every day, I've been talking about it. I'm going to repeat it as long as it takes, because it is something that is killing us, something that is oppressing us ourselves. You know, it is better and it is somehow good when you talk about oppression and the person who is oppressing Africans, or black people in particular, because, you know, I don't talk about Africans alone. I also talk about black people globally, because I see this oppression going on even in diaspora, even in Caribbean. These people are being oppressed, like they are being oppressed. Blacks who are in the United States of America, they don't live peacefully. There is no freedom with them. They are mistreated, and a lot of things are being done to them that are not good. And so that is why I would love to be talking about black people, not Africans alone. Because these people, they actually oppress the blacks who are in their country, and they come also and oppress the blacks who are in Africa. And so it is better when we talk about this oppression in a manner that we are being oppressed by foreigners, people from outside. But it becomes very bad when now we talk about oppression, the same oppression we're talking about, we are being oppressed by the people in our own country. Let me tell you something. Leaders who are puppets to the US, puppets to Germany, puppets to Belgium, puppets to Britain, and all those countries. These leaders who are puppets, they are oppressing their fellow brothers and sisters. Because if you're an African and you see an African crying and you cannot do anything, or you can't do something about it, What does that mean? It means you are happy by the treatment, or rather by the kind of life they are living. And you become even a biggest oppressor than these imperialists we're talking about, who is far away from your country. If you can be used, for example, in a family, or rather in a home where we have a mother and a father and children, and one son can be used to poison the sister, this son is even more bad and is even more dangerous compared to the person who sent him. And that is why many a times, and most of the times, Ibrahim Traore talks about a brother killing a brother oppressing a brother. He talks about it every time. It is something he has been addressing time and again. And therefore, what we are saying is that we don't want to have people around us, or other people in Africa, or other leaders in Africa, who are going to be the same people that are going to oppress Africans. When you accept to be used, when you accept to be used by the white man's supremacy, when you accept to be used by the imperialists, by this supremacy, you're becoming, that's like becoming a traitor. And the moment you accept to be used, you become an oppressor to your own people. You become a poison to your own people. What am I simply saying? What I'm simply saying is, when you can have people in your country who need food and you cannot be able to provide food for them, you are oppressing them. When you can have children in your country who cannot go to school because they can't be able to get that single cent they need to get to go to school, you are simply oppressing them. When you can have mothers in your country who cannot even feed their children because there is nothing they have. They don't have money to buy food. Some of them have got young children, but they can't feed them because they don't have anything to put to the table. You are simply oppressing them. When you cannot build roads in your country, and you are the head of the state, you're collecting tax every single day, but you can't build a single road. You can't develop a single infrastructure. You cannot even help a single farmer in your country. You are simply oppressing them. And now Ibrahim does not want to look like an oppressor, or rather a traitor. What does he do? He takes time to make sure he is improving the infrastructure of his country. He is building roads. He is concerned so much by the lives and activities and the issues concerning the farmers in his country, because he understands and he knows one thing, that if I am to succeed, or rather if I am to be outstanding or to come out successfully, I must be able to take care of the farmers, because the farmers in my country are the people who are producing food. And as we say every day, food can be a very, very, very big predicament if you're not going to take care of food. You can only liberate yourself, you can only revolve your nation if you're not angry, because anger has made many people to actually get out of the lane. Youths out here, they're becoming thieves. They walk around doing all sorts of bad things because of anger. Someone does not have a single shilling to buy food for themselves. And that is why you find it is very easy for them to be bribed or to be given something, and at the end of the day, they become terrorists, they become bandits, they become traitors, simply because you as a head of state, or rather a country they are coming from, a country they are living, cannot be able to create jobs for them, and therefore they cannot be able to acquire a single shilling to buy food. So when someone comes and tells them, if you do this, I'll give you this, or if you do this, I'll give you this, they are easily giving in. Why? Because they are idle. And as we know, that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. When they are idle, they can easily be manipulated. When they are angry, they can easily be manipulated. And that is why when Ibrahim Traore took power, the first thing he did to that government, he dealt with the issue of food and anger. That was the number one strategy he used. After dealing with food, which he is still dealing with even today, he is now continuing to do many other things. He does not want the youths from his country to go out in search of education, because as we say every day, these youths go out. When they go out there, they don't come back. Why is it that they don't come back? They don't come back because while they are out there, While they are out there, they feel like the life out there is better than the life in their countries. So some of them fly out of the country in search of green pastures. When they go there, they don't feel like coming back, because you cannot go back to a place where life isn't paying off. Like, life is something you don't even, like, you don't love it at all. You'd rather stay in a place where life is better than staying in a place where life is a hell of a thing. So when they go out there, they will not come back. Of course, they will stay there, they will keep staying there, and that is where they want to live. So Ibrahim Traore is working so much to make sure education sector is raised. Now, when education sector is raised, it means the youths from his country cannot go out. And as we know, that youths are the pillars of the country. Without youths in a country, you might not be able to do anything. Okay? So he is restricting them from going out. And you cannot restrict them from going out and you're not giving them something in return. First of all, you must give something in return before you start restricting them from going out. So that if you tell them, now I don't want you to go out, at least there is something, or there is a place they can hold on to. That is number 2. Number 3, he is making sure that the economy of the country is at par. How does this help? It helps so much because all of us also don't want to live in a country where economy is depreciating every time. We want to stay or be in a country where the economy is at par. The economy is responding. Okay? And how will the economy respond? By raising the development and infrastructure of a certain nation. And that is what Ibrahim Traore is doing right now. When you see how this man is working, you will say every other African politician or every other African leader, there's nothing they've done yet. They're still making a lot of jokes. And that is why we say that we need to actually have a change amongst ourselves. We need to come together, hold our hands together, unite ourselves, and support people who are showing some love, who are showing some concerns in their countries, like Ibrahim Traore. Because this man has got a vision of Africa. He doesn't only have a vision of Burkina Faso. He has a vision of Africa in particular, the whole of Africa, the whole continent, because he wants us to become one thing. And that is why they had to hold hands with Mali and with Niger to come together, build one thing, use one military, come up with one currency, so they can be able to actually manage doing away with the colonization and with the white man supremacy of France and many other countries, opening the boundaries of their countries. They can move in their countries anyhow. They can move here and there. They can be able to penetrate, going there and coming here. They become one thing, because unity always is strength. When a white man has been finding it so very easy to actually manipulate us, because we have not been united. Okay, so they're using what we call a division to rule. So they divide ourselves. They can be able to rule us. Okay, what happened in Rwanda those years when they were divided and all those things? The tribes we're having today is not something that was there even before. It is something that when the white men came to Africa, they began now doing these things to put us away from each other, so that we cannot have this unity, because they knew when we come together, we can be able to conquer them very easily. But they had a plan, they had a strategy of doing away with this unity, so that they can be able to conquer us. And I tell you, even today, if Africans decide to come together and decide they are going to work together, that if one leader like Ibrahim Traore comes out, if one leader like Assimi Goita comes out, if one leader like Abdurrahmani Tiani, like Dr. Arikana, like Julius Malema, if one leader like those ones come out and they say, we want to actually revolve and liberate Africa, all other leaders would come and back them and say, this is what we want to do. Let us be concerned. Let us get concerned. Let us really focus with our people. It is very important. It is very important when you wake up one time and decide to work for the people who voted for you into the government, or who gave you a throne into the government. It is very important. It is very important when children stop crying because they've been crying all the times. You decide now, I want to help these children. They shouldn't cry because of anger anymore. It is important when children who have dropped out of school will begin going back to school because you've created an atmosphere, or rather a zone, a field where they find it comfortably to go to school without any problem. That they can be able to acquire money, they can be able to get money, their parents can be able to pay school fees for them, and they can be able to go to school. It is so nice. It is so wonderful. Let us focus with the people, because our people are our priority. We are greedy, yes. We are corrupt, yes. But we are doing it too much. We are doing it too much. And at the end of the day, we are killing the people who are supposed to be our help. And therefore, we are supposed to do away with that. Today, you are helping a white man. Today, you are actually abiding to the rules and guidance of a white man. But remember, white man supremacy has been there all this time. Many people have supported white men all this time. And a time will come when all things will not be there. Tell me, what are you going to say to the people? And what will you say to the people? You will not live forever. A time will come when you will not be there. What kind of legacy are you going to leave behind? Ibrahim Traore is working on the legacy. And we know a time is coming when everybody and all the nation and all Africans will remember him because of what he is doing. So focus and look at a time that is coming. You know, when we try to fight for the freedom and all that, we shall be killed and be called terrorists and all that, but we must fight. Ibrahim Traore says we must fight, and we should not get tired, because at the end of the day, we are fighting for the rights that belongs to Africans and to us ourselves. I am the African Streamline. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here at this time. I love you so much, my guys, my black people from Caribbean, from diaspora, and from Africa in particular. You guys are great people. I salute you so much. Thank you for what you've been doing, and thank you for every support you've been giving to me. I love you so much tonight. Take care of yourself wherever you are. Let us keep on supporting our leaders who are coming in and trying to show some concerns to us as their people. I love you so much. Adios, muchachos, my great people. Thank you.